Hi and welcome to tutorial number 3, fitting of the cap. So now all our hair is prepared, we're ready to actually put the cap on prior to connecting to the system and starting our treatment. So what I'm going to do now is actually show you 2 different options. And as I mentioned previously, it's really important that you practice this at least 3 times before you have your first treatment. This way you can feel comfortable and confident in this process. So we give you 2 options so that you can find the best one that you feel most comfortable with. So option 1 is where we're going to place the silicone cap onto our heads and then we will fit the outer cap cover on afterwards. The second option is where we completely assemble the cap together and then place it on the head. Okay, so let's start with option 1. Now you'll see that I've got my mirror, which again you will find in your pack. I've got this set up and ready so that you can actually see and visualise putting the cap on itself. Okay, so same process as before. Making sure that this Velcro tab is on the outside. I'm going to place the cap on, push that down like so. You can see now how the headband is working because we've got no silicone cap actually touching my forehead. And if you've got longer hair, you can place that behind your ears. If you feel more comfortable parting your hair or leaving your hair here, that's absolutely fine. So, my cap is on nicely now. So now we're ready to put the outer cap on. One of the things that we're going to do first is actually flip that cap inside out. Okay, like so. I'm also going to get you just to pull out all of these bungee cords, just to loosen it off, to make sure that it's fully stretched. Actually really important that you do this process in between your treatments as well to ensure that this cap cover fits properly and effectively at each treatment. So once you've done that and pulled that out like so, what we're going to do also is we're going to loosen the chin strap to make sure that you've just got a little bit left over. So you can pull that through so you've got a nice loose chin strap. So we get the front of the cap. We know it's the front as we have the logo. The back of the cap is the toggle, and you also may find some labels and serial numbers as well. So how we're going to do this is we're going to place the cap cover on the front first, and we're going to kind of walk back. So I'm going to slightly turn to the side so that you can see this. Again, use your mirror. What you want to do is try and put the front of the cap a little bit lower than the actual silicone cap itself. You can place your hand on that Paxman logo as well. So I'm going to put that on the front first. You can see from the side. Keep your hand inside like so, and then pull down with the rest of the cap. Like so. You can see that it should be central. Now we can see we've got a little bit of a bulge in here. So what you can do is if you can grab hold of these and pull nice and tight, like so. Another way is you can put your hands at the top and pull down. Okay? Again, at the back, give it a really nice, good, tight pull. And ensure we've got a nice snug fit all over. So what we're going to do then is we're actually going to do is get the chin strap here and we're going to pull this as tight as we possibly can. Now it's not going to be this tight during treatment. What we're doing now is we're activating all those bungee cords inside. So we're going to pull nice and tight like so. Like a squashed face, and then I'll just turn round what we're going to do is pull this toggle again as tight as we can. And lock it in place, like so. Then you can loosen this chin strap, and the easiest way to do it is lift up. Okay, but do make sure that it is still in position, but not too tight. You should be able to still eat and talk as well. Okay, now I'm going to show you a little trick. Again, if you find that you've still not got it as tight as possible, and this is really important as well, if you have used a medium inner cap and you're using a smaller outer cap cover to ensure that you get the best possible secure fit, we're going to do a little bit of work with these bungee cords here. Okay, so not with the first one, we're going to start with the second ones. Okay, and you're going to pull out and down, okay, like so. Then the next, out and down, like so. Then the next one's out and down. And then again the back, out and down. And now what you're going to do is you're going to hook these round that back toggle. Okay. So you can see, hook it round there, and hook it round there. Okay? And that just gives it an even tighter fit. So that's our first way. Now I'm going to show you the second way. So this is now option 2, where we're going to fully assemble the cap together and then place it onto our heads. So as before, what I'm going to do is turn it inside out, but this is just to loosen those bungee cords. Remember, as I said, it's really important that we do try and do this before and after each set of treatment, just to loosen them off and ensure that the cap cover is working effectively. Then I'm going to flip that back round. Ideally, the toggle should be up close to the actual cap cover itself. Again, ensure that our chin strap is fully extended, just a little bit left over for you to grab onto. And same again on this side. Okay. So then what you're going to do, you can either use a surface like I'm doing here, or you can use your knee or your lap, or you can just hold on to it. So you're going to keep the cap cover upright like so. Then we're going to take the inner silicone cap and we're going to squeeze it together, like so. Okay? Make sure you've got the back corresponding with the back of the cap. Remember the toggle, and the front is the Paxman logo. And you're going to place this inside. Okay? Again, you can, if you're holding it up here, you place it inside like so. Then you're going to pull it apart, like that. Then what you're going to do, you can hold it in your hand and you're going to pull down. So what we want to do is ensure that none of the silicone cap is actually exposed. It's all covered up by the cap cover like so, okay? And again, you can give it another good pull round here if required. Okay? So then before we place it on our heads, we're going to flip the front up. What this does, it enables us to see and allows us to guide the cap on by utilising the front part like so. Okay? So again, you can use your mirror and guide it on. Use that central bit there and push down like so. Okay, again, if you need to tuck your hair behind your ears, you can do so at this point. Then what we're going to do is get this front part and we're going to turn that down like so. Now, remember last time how we were saying we've got this bobbling and we need to pull it nice and tight. So again, you've got the options of pulling down like so, or putting your hand on top, pulling down. Okay, you can use like a waterfall effect as well and pull down, and the same with the back. So again, what this is doing is ensuring it's nice and tight on your head. The same process as before, we're going to get the chin strap, pull it as tight as we possibly can. Grab those bits there. Again, utilise your mirror and pull nice and tight. Okay, very fetching. Then I'm just going to turn round again. Get this bungee cord, pull that as tight as we can. Like so. Then loosen those off. Remember again, just lift up like so. It should still be on the chin, but doesn't need to be that tight, again, to say that we can eat and drink and talk. So the same again, if you are using a medium inner cap and a small outer cap cover, you can even do this even if you want to make sure that you're getting a really good fitted cap. It's just that extra tips with the bungee cords as before. So, omitting the first ones, we're going to start with the second ones. I'm going to pull up and out like so. Okay, then the next ones, out and down. Then the next ones, out and down. And then these final ones, out and down like so. Then hook one over the back, and then the next one over the back like so. Okay. Another method as well is if we place the hand up there and pull down, pull round the sides. This again makes it a nice, snug fit. So please don't be afraid to utilise all these extra tips to ensure that your cap is really snug and as smooth as possible on the head. And that's the second option. Thank you.